Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about Manitoba PNP 2025, your guide to immigrating and settling in Manitoba. The Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program is a pivotal immigration initiative created through an agreement between the province of Manitoba and the Canadian federal government. Established in 1998, Manitoba became the first province to introduce a provincial nominee program, aiming to attract skilled immigrants who can contribute to its economy and labor market. Through the MPNP, Manitoba selects and nominates individuals with the potential to make a positive economic impact. Nominees benefit from expedited processing by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, provided they meet all legal requirements, submit valid documentation, and genuinely intend to settle in Manitoba. The Manitoba PNP aims to align immigration policies with the province's economic and industrial priorities, address labor market shortages by attracting skilled workers, ensure sustained population growth through strategic immigration policies, maintain a high retention rate of immigrants within Manitoba, promote regional migration, encouraging settlement in rural areas, stimulate business investment and job creation by attracting entrepreneurial immigrants, contribute to Manitoba's economic growth and overall GDP. Manitoba PNP streams. The MPNP offers three primary immigration streams, each tailored to different categories of applicants seeking permanent residency in Manitoba. 1. Skilled Worker Stream. This stream is designed to meet the needs of Manitoba employers by selecting skilled workers who have experience relevant to the local labor market. It comprises two subcategories. Skilled Worker in Manitoba, for individuals who are already working in Manitoba and have received a long-term job offer from their employer. Skilled Worker Overseas, for individuals outside Canada who have strong connections to Manitoba, such as family ties, previous education or work experience in the province, or an official invitation to apply from MPNP. 2. International Education Stream. This stream is tailored for international graduates from designated post-secondary institutions in Manitoba, offering an expedited pathway to nomination. It includes three sub-pathways. Career Employment Pathway, for graduates with a full-time job offer in an in-demand occupation in Manitoba. Graduate Internship Pathway, for master's and doctoral graduates who have completed an internship in the province. International Student Entrepreneur Pilot, for graduates who plan to establish and operate a business in Manitoba. Note, international students from other Canadian provinces may qualify under the Skilled Worker in Manitoba pathway. 3. Business Investor Stream. This stream is aimed at entrepreneurs and business investors who intend to start or purchase businesses in Manitoba. It has two sub-pathways. Entrepreneur Pathway, individuals seeking to establish a business in Manitoba. Farm Investor Pathway, for those planning to invest in and operate a farm in rural Manitoba. Enhanced versus Base Streams. MPNP streams are categorized into enhanced and base streams. Enhanced streams are aligned with the Federal Express Entry System, providing candidates with an additional 600 comprehensive ranking system points. This virtually guarantees an invitation to apply for permanent residency. Base streams require applicants to apply directly through IRCC without the Express Entry advantage. Eligibility criteria for Manitoba PNP. Each MPNP stream has specific eligibility requirements. Below is an outline of the general criteria for two key pathways. 1. Skilled Worker Pathway. This pathway focuses on skilled workers who can fill labor shortages in Manitoba. The eligibility requirements are: connection to Manitoba. Skilled worker in Manitoba must have ongoing full-time employment with a Manitoba employer. Skilled worker overseas must have an established connection to Manitoba via family or close friends residing in the province. Previous education or work experience in Manitoba. A direct invitation to apply from the MPNP. Work experience, SWM, at least 6 months of full-time employment with the same Manitoba employer on a valid work permit. SWO, at least 6 consecutive months of full-time employment within the past 5 years. Employer requirements, SWM, employers must be legally registered and actively operating in Manitoba. The job offer must be full-time and long-term. Language proficiency. SWM, must demonstrate English or French proficiency sufficient for job duties. SWO, must meet a minimum Canadian language benchmark score of 5. Settlement plan and adaptability. Candidates must provide a comprehensive settlement plan demonstrating their intention to live and work in Manitoba. Exclusions: refugee claimants, live-in caregivers, and workers in other provinces are not eligible. 2. International Education Stream. This pathway supports international graduates with strong employability or entrepreneurial ambitions. Eligibility criteria vary by sub-pathway. Education requirements. Career employment pathway must be a graduate of a designated post-secondary institution in Manitoba within the past 3 years. Graduate internship pathway must have completed a master's or doctoral degree program in Manitoba within the past 3 years. International student entrepreneur pilot must have completed a full-time program in Manitoba of at least 2 years. Language proficiency. Minimum CLB 7 in English or French for all pathways. Career employment pathway must have a full-time job offer from an eligible Manitoba employer. Graduate internship pathway, no job offer required at the time of application. ICEP must operate a business in Manitoba for at least 6 months before nomination. Settlement funds requirement. Candidates must demonstrate financial resources equivalent to low-income cutoff requirements for 6 to 12 months, depending on the pathway. Required documents for MPNP. While specific documents may vary depending on the program, applicants generally need identity proof, e.g., passport, birth certificate. Educational credential assessment. Language proficiency test results. Marriage certificate, if applicable. Dependent children's documents, if applicable. Medical examination records. Police clearance certificate. Proof of funds. Settlement plan. Letter of employment, if applicable. Proof of work experience. Proof of connection to Manitoba, if required. Alternative federal immigration programs. Apart from MPNP, skilled workers may also explore federal immigration programs, including Express Entry System, Federal Skilled Worker Program, Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Trades Program, Family Sponsorship Program, Adaptability Requirement. Career employment pathway and graduate internship pathway must be residing in Manitoba at the time of application. Demonstrate a strong intent to continue living in Manitoba after nomination. Submit a well-structured career employment plan outlining long-term career goals and integration into the Manitoba labor market. International student entrepreneur pilot must hold a valid open work permit at the time of application. Must have continuously resided in Manitoba since graduation. Demonstrate a firm commitment to remaining in Manitoba after nomination, showcasing active engagement in the business community. Business experience, applicable to ISEP only. Must have held a senior managerial role in a business in Manitoba for a minimum of 6 months. Must own at least 51% equity in the business, actively managing and contributing to its operations. Age requirement, applicable to ISEP only. Applicants must be between the ages of 21 and 35 at the time of application. Net worth requirement, applicable to ISEP only. Must possess liquid funds equivalent to the low-income cutoff requirements for a minimum of 12 months to demonstrate financial self-sufficiency. 4. Federal immigration programs. Canada's Express Entry System manages applications for 3 federal economic immigration programs, each designed for skilled workers with different backgrounds and work experience. The 3 programs are: Federal Skilled Worker Program, for skilled professionals with work experience in eligible occupations. Canadian Experience Class, for individuals with skilled work experience in Canada. Federal Skilled Trades Program, for skilled trade workers with experience in designated trades. Eligibility criteria. 1. Skilled work experience. Federal Skilled Worker Program. Minimum 1 year of continuous full-time, or equivalent part-time, work experience in the last 10 years. Work experience must be in National Occupational Classification TER categories 0, 1, 2, or 3. Canadian Experience Class. Minimum 1 year of skilled work experience in Canada within the last 3 years. Experience must be in NOC TER categories 0, 1, 2, or 3. Work must be legally obtained while on a valid work permit. Federal Skilled Trades Program. Minimum 2 years of full-time work experience, or equivalent part-time, in a skilled trade within the last 5 years. Must have experience in one of the eligible skilled trade occupations, e.g., industrial, electrical, construction, maintenance, equipment operation, chefs, butchers, etc. 2. Language ability. FSWP, CEC, and FSTP meet the minimum Canadian language benchmark score based on an approved language test in English or French. FSWP, minimum CLB 7 in all 4 abilities: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. CEC, TER 0 or 1 jobs, minimum CLB 7. TER 2 or 3 jobs, minimum CLB 5. FSTP, minimum CLB 5 for speaking and listening, and CLB 4 for reading and writing. 3. Education requirement. FSWP, minimum Canadian high school diploma or foreign equivalent. If education is from outside Canada, must provide an educational credential assessment from a designated organization. CEC and FSTP, no specific education requirement. However, having a higher education level can improve comprehensive ranking system scores. 4. Proof of funds. FSWP, CEC, and FSTP must show financial capability to support themselves and their family unless they are currently legally working in Canada. They have a valid job offer from a Canadian employer. Additional considerations. FSWP selection factors. Applicants for FSWP must meet the 67-point eligibility criteria based on age, education, work experience, language proficiency, job offer, if applicable, adaptability, e.g., previous study/work in Canada, relatives in Canada. CEC is ideal for temporary foreign workers and international students who gain Canadian work experience. FSTP requires a valid job offer from a Canadian employer for at least 1 year or a certificate of qualification from a Canadian provincial or territorial authority. How to apply? This process applies to the skilled worker stream and the international education stream, excluding the international student entrepreneur pilot. Create an expression of interest profile. If you receive a letter of advice to apply, submit a full application to the MPNP. MPNP officers thoroughly assess applications. Successful applicants are nominated. Within 180 days of nomination, apply separately to the Government of Canada for permanent residence for you and your family. Application process for the International Student Entrepreneur Pilot. Self-assessment. Evaluate if you meet the minimum criteria and complete an interest guideline form. Explore Manitoba and research your business concept. Attend a mandatory information session, explore Manitoba's business environment, and complete a business concept form. Submit forms to MPNP, email your business concept and interest guideline forms to MPNP. Submit full application. If you receive an LAA, submit your application with detailed instructions provided in the LAA. Application assessment. MPNP assesses your application, including an in-person interview. If approved, you'll receive an approval letter. Operate your business. Implement your business plan in Manitoba with support from MPNP officers. Receive MPNP nomination. Upon successful completion of the process, you'll receive an MPNP nomination. Application process for Entrepreneur Pathway. Self-assessment and research. Check if you meet the Entrepreneur Pathway requirements. Research Manitoba's business environment and explore business ideas. Submit expression of interest. Send your EOI to MPNP, including the required forms. If approved, you'll receive a letter of advice to apply. Costs and processing time for Manitoba PNP. Application fee, $500 Canadian dollars, 30,395.24 Indian rupees, non-refundable, payable at the time of application submission. Processing time. The estimated processing time for MPNP applications is 4 to 6 months. Manitoba PNP Point System. MPNP uses an expression of interest system to assess and rank applicants. Candidates under the Skilled Worker in Manitoba, Skilled Worker Overseas, and International Education streams must submit an EOI profile, which is scored based on key factors. The minimum qualifying score for a Manitoba provincial nomination is 60 out of 100 points. The highest-ranking candidates receive invitations in regular provincial draws. MPNP EOI points breakdown. Factor 1, language proficiency. Factor 2, age. Factor 3, work experience. Factor 4, education. Factor 5, adaptability. Factor 6, risk assessment. MPNP expression of interest draw 230, October 10, 2024. Total letters of advice to apply issued, 234. Category breakdown. Skilled worker in Manitoba. Stream focus, candidates with post-secondary education in Manitoba. Number of LAAs issued, 82. Minimum ranking score, 845. Note, candidates or their spouses with a completed post-secondary program in Manitoba were prioritized. International education stream. Stream focus, candidates meeting the international education stream criteria. Number of LAAs issued, 114. Skilled worker overseas. Stream focus, candidates invited under a strategic recruitment initiative. Number of LAAs issued, 38. Minimum ranking score, 711. Benefits of the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program. Facilitates immigration for skilled workers, tradespeople, and professionals in demand in Manitoba's labor market. Provides a direct pathway to Canadian permanent residency for selected nominees. High employment rates, 85% of immigrants find jobs within 3 months of arrival. Strong economic stability, 76% of nominees become homeowners within 5 years. Successful community integration, 95% of nominees settle permanently in Manitoba. Competitive wages and safe working conditions, along with generous employee benefits. Affordable cost of living with high-quality public services, including free healthcare and excellent education opportunities. Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program Occupation in Demand List 2025. The Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program identifies in-demand occupations that align with the province's labor market needs. These occupations are categorized according to the National Occupational Classification System. The list includes various industries such as business, finance, science, health, education, arts, sales, trades, and transportation. National Occupational Classification Codes and Occupations. Business, finance, and administration occupations. 10010, Financial Managers. 10011, Human Resource Managers. 10019, Other Administrative Services Managers. 10020, Insurance, Real Estate, and Financial Brokerage Managers. 10021, Banking, Credit, and Other Investment Managers. 10022, Advertising, Marketing, and Public Relations Managers. 11,100, Financial Auditors and Accountants. 11101, Financial and Investment Analysts. 11200, Human Resource Professionals. 11201, Professional Occupations in Business Management Consulting. 12011, Supervisors, Finance and Insurance Office Workers. 12013, Supervisors, Supply Chain, Tracking, and Scheduling Coordination. 13,100, Administrative Officers. 12101, Human Resources and Recruitment Officers. 13101, Property Administrators. 13110, Administrative Assistants. 13111, Legal Administrative Assistants. 12110, Court Reporters, Medical Transcriptions, and Related Occupations. 12,200, Accounting Technicians and Bookkeepers. Natural and Applied Sciences and Related Occupations. 20010, Engineering Managers. 20011, Architecture and Science Managers. 20012, Computer and Information Systems Managers. 21110, Biologists and Related Scientists. 21112, Agricultural Representatives, Consultants, and Specialists. 21,300, Civil Engineers. 21301, Mechanical Engineers. 21310, Electrical and Electronics Engineers. 21321, Industrial and Manufacturing Engineers. 21,200, Architects. 21203, Land Surveyors. 21210, Mathematicians, Statisticians, and Actuaries. 21211, Data Scientists. 21230, Computer Systems Developers and Programmers. 21233, Web Designers. 22,100, Chemical Technologists and Technicians. 22101, Geological and Mineral Technologists and Technicians. 22110, Biological Technologists and Technicians. 22111, Agricultural and Fish Products Inspectors. 22300, Civil Engineering Technologists and Technicians. 22301, Mechanical Engineering Technologists and Technicians. 22302, Industrial Engineering and Manufacturing Technologists and Technicians. 22303, Construction Estimators. 22310, Electrical and Electronics Engineering Technologists and Technicians. 22311, Electronic Service Technicians, Household and Business Equipment. 22313, Aircraft Instrument, Electrical and Avionics Mechanics, Technicians, and Inspectors. 22212, Drafting Technologists and Technicians. 72,600, Air Pilots, Flight Engineers, and Flying Instructors. 22220, Computer Network Technicians. 22221, User Support Technicians. Health Occupations. 30010, Managers in Healthcare. 31,120, Pharmacists. 31121, Dietitians and Nutritionists. 31112, Audiologists and Speech-Language Pathologists. 31,202, Physiotherapists. 31203, Occupational Therapists. 32120, Medical Laboratory Technologists. 33101, Medical Laboratory Technicians and Pathologists Assistants. 32104, Animal Health Technologists and Veterinary Technicians. 32103, Respiratory Therapists, Clinical Perfusionists, and Cardiopulmonary Technologists. 32121, Medical Radiation Technologists. 32124, Other Medical Technologists and Technicians, except Dental Health. 32111, Dental Hygienists and Dental Therapists. 32201, Massage Therapists. Occupations in Social Science, Education, Government Service, and Religion. 40030, Managers in Social, Community, and Correctional Services. 41101, Lawyers and Quebec Notaries. 31,200, Psychologists. 41,300, Social Workers. 41301, Therapists in Counseling and Related Specialized Therapies. 41400, Natural and Applied Science Policy Researchers, Consultants, and Program Officers. 11202, Professional Occupations in Advertising, Marketing, and Public Relations. 41403, Social Policy Researchers, Consultants, and Program Officers. 21110, Biologists and Related Scientists. 41405, Education Policy Researchers, Consultants, and Program Officers. 41406, Recreation, Sports, and Fitness Policy Researchers, Consultants, and Program Officers. 41407, Program Officers Unique to Government. 42200, Paralegal and Related Occupations. 42201, Social and Community Service Workers. 42202, Early Childhood Educators and Assistants. 42,203, Instructors of Persons with Disabilities. Trades, Transport, and Equipment Operators. 70010, Construction Managers. 70011, Home Building and Renovation Managers. 70012, Facility Operation and Maintenance Managers. 70020, Managers in Transportation. 72,100, Machinists and Machining and Tooling Inspectors. 72101, Tool and Die Makers. 72102, Sheet Metal Workers. 72106, Welders and Related Machine Operators. 72106, Electricians, except Industrial and Power Systems. 72201, Industrial Electricians. 72203, Electrical Power Line and Cable Workers. 72204, Telecommunications Line and Cable Workers. 72205, Telecommunications Installation and Repair Workers. 72,300, Plumbers. 72,310, Carpenters. 73,100, Concrete Finishers. 73102, Plasterers, Drywall Installers and Finishers, and Lathers. 73112, Painters and Decorators, except Interior Decorators. 73113, Floor Covering Installers. 73400, Bus Drivers. 73401, Truck Drivers. 73402, Transit Bus Drivers. 73403, Taxi and Limousine Drivers. 73404, Heavy-Duty Equipment Operators. With a streamlined application process, a diverse range of in-demand occupations, and strong support for newcomers, MPNP provides a promising opportunity for individuals seeking to settle and thrive in Manitoba. The eligibility requirements and program structure can help applicants maximize their chances of success in securing provincial nomination and permanent residency. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video.